LaMelo Ball once scored 0 points in a pro game in Lithuania. Now he's dropping 25 a night in the NBA. How did a struggling teenager transform into one of basketball's brightest stars? Critics called that scoreless game a career killer, but LaMelo saw it differently. He turned a potential setback into a crucial learning experience. So here's the question. What's the secret behind his remarkable turnaround? The answer might just change how you view success in basketball. Let's dive into LaMelo's journey and uncover the truth behind his unlikely rise to NBA stardom. Picture this, a 16-year-old basketball phenom, fresh off of a 92-point explosion in a high school game, suddenly packing his bags for Eastern Europe. For LaMelo Ball, this wasn't just a dream. It was a high-stakes gamble that would test his mettle and shape his future. When LaMelo left Chino Hills High School for Lithuania, the basketball world reeled. Critics called it career suicide. How could a teenager compete against seasoned pros in a foreign league? It was a leap into the unknown that had many shaking their heads. LaMelo's first taste of pro ball in Lithuania was a harsh wake-up call. His debut? A big fat 0 in the scoring column. The bitter Eastern European winter chilled him to the bone, and unfamiliar food left his stomach churning. This was no glamorous pro lifestyle. It was a daily grind that tested his resolve. But here's what most people missed. Every struggle was silently molding LaMelo into a better player. The cameras might have been focused on LeVar's outrageous statement, but LaMelo was absorbing something far more valuable: the physicality and nuances of the European game. His stats were abysmal, a mere 6.5 points per game on 26.8% shooting. But numbers don't tell the whole story. His court vision expanded with every possession. He was learning to read defenses light years ahead of high school competition. As weeks passed, flashes of brilliance emerged. A no-look pass here, a crafty finish there. During one game against a EuroLeague team, LaMelo unleashed a streak of deep threes that turned heads. The raw talent was undeniable, even if often overshadowed by risky decisions. The Ball family's presence turned the experience into a media circus, adding pressure to an already challenging situation. LeVar's public criticism of coaches only complicated matters. It was far from the structured environment most young players need. Yet, through the chaos, LaMelo was building something. On-court struggles taught resilience. Lack of structure forced self-reliance. Even his defensive shortcomings became valuable lessons, areas he knew he needed to improve to make it at the highest level. Each challenge served as a building block, quietly laying the foundation for his future success. Just when everyone thought LaMelo Ball's hoop dreams were circling the drain, he made a move that had critics raising eyebrows. Enter the Junior Basketball Association, JBA, a league created by LaMelo's father, LeVar Ball. For LaMelo, this wasn't a desperate bid for relevance. It was a calculated experiment to rediscover his game and build his shattered confidence. Picture this: a near-empty gym, the squeak of sneakers echoing off bare walls, and LaMelo Ball unleashing his creativity like he's center stage at Madison Square Garden. His JBA debut was nothing short of a phoenix rising from the ashes, a triple-double with 40 points, 16 rebounds, and 10 assists. But the box score only scratched the surface of his rebirth. The JBA offered LaMelo something he craved after his struggles in Lithuania: freedom. Freedom to play without fear, to take risks, to be unapologetically LaMelo. Gone was the presence of a foreign pro league. In its place, a playground where he could experiment, create, and rekindle his love for the game. With each no-look pass and deep three, LaMelo was rediscovering the swagger that made him a high school sensation. The JBA became his personal laboratory, a place to perfect the unorthodox moves that would later become his NBA calling card. He was crafting an identity on the court, one highlight at a time. LaMelo's time in the JBA allowed him to showcase his creativity, which had been stifled in Lithuania. He experimented with his playing style, pushing the boundaries of what he could do on the court. The result? A resurgence in confidence and a return to the high-scoring, flashy play that first put him on the map. LaMelo's mindset was evolving too. He stated, "You want to go to the league, so school's not your priority. "We're not tripping off school. We're not dumb. We know how to learn. We don't need school." Controversial? Sure. But it reflected his laser focus on his NBA dreams and unwavering belief in his unconventional path. As time passed, it became clear that LaMelo's JBA experience was more than just a blip on the radar. It was a pivotal chapter in his journey to stardom. The confidence he regained, the skills he honed, and the mental toughness he developed during this period would prove invaluable in his future endeavors. The JBA might not have been the conventional route, but for LaMelo Ball, it was the perfect detour on his road to NBA success. Picture this: a lanky teenager with a mop of curly hair steps off a plane in Australia, his eyes wide with a mix of excitement and apprehension. This is LaMelo Ball, ready to embark on a journey that will make or break his NBA dreams. The NBL's Next Stars program offered LaMelo a chance to prove himself against serious competition. Early on, the results were mixed, flashes of brilliance interspersed with rookie mistakes. But as the season progressed, something remarkable happened. LaMelo's game began to mature at an astonishing rate. His court vision, always impressive, now bordered on supernatural. He was seeing passes before they existed, threading needles that left even seasoned pros shaking their heads in disbelief. ESPN analyst Jay Bilas couldn't help but draw comparisons to LaMelo's older brother, praising his uncanny ability to pass the ball. LaMelo's growth wasn't just about flashy passes. The reckless shot selection of his youth gave way to a more measured approach. In a crucial game against Perth, he showcased his evolution, focusing on getting his teammates involved before looking for his own offense. The result? A near triple-double with 16 points, 9 rebounds, and 7 assists, a stat line that spoke volumes in the physical, veteran-laden NBL. Physically, LaMelo transformed. He added muscle, improving his ability to finish through contact. Matt Flynn, the head coach of the Illawarra Hawks, was impressed by LaMelo's resilience, noting he was never fazed by the league's physicality. LaMelo's time in the NBL was a crucible that forged him into a more complete player. By mid-season, he was dropping triple-doubles and turning heads across the basketball world. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. His shooting remained a work in progress, with just 37.3% from the floor and 24.4% from three-point range. In just 12 games, LaMelo averaged 17 points, 7.5 rebounds, and 7 assists. He had silenced the doubters and rocketed up draft boards. The boy who arrived in Australia with dreams of NBA stardom was leaving as a man, ready to take on the world's best. LaMelo Ball's journey to NBA stardom is a tale of calculated risks and unwavering self-belief. From high school fame to international courts, every step was a gamble on his future. Now he's averaging 31 points per game, turning the Charlotte Hornets into must-see TV. ESPN's Jay Bilas highlights LaMelo's uncanny ability to pass the ball, surpassing even his brother Lonzo's skills. This isn't just talent. It's off-the-charts basketball IQ. LaMelo's story rewrites the playbook on becoming an NBA superstar. Behind that effortless swagger lies relentless work and the courage to zag when everyone else zigged. His journey isn't just about proving doubters wrong, it's a testament to realizing potential through perseverance.